Sleeping Beauty is seen as being the greatest of the three Tchaikovsky ballet scores. It also represents a turning point, another turning point in ballet music history, in that it's the first really abstract ballet. In the prologue for Sleeping Beauty, there's a prediction of what's going to happen to the princess. She will prick her finger, she will die, or she won't die, she'll fall asleep. All of that is played out right at the start of the ballet. Now, why did they do that? Because what they were interested in is the psychological and emotional growth of the characters and the psychological and emotional drama occurring on stage. So they were interested in telling the story of us as humans and growth from child to adult, in the case of Aurora, discovering love. And they were also interested in exploring the really philosophical idea of good and evil in the theatre. And Sleeping Beauty is the first of the ballets to really take that exploration into the world of ballet and make it the kind of centrepiece and the raison d'etre for the whole ballet. Now, how do you do that musically? It's so sophisticated in terms of the devices that Tchaikovsky used. Simple examples. How do you explore good and evil in music? In music, really simplistically put, major keys, anything in a major key sounds happy. A major triad, you play a chord on a piano, you play a major, it sounds happy. You put a minor third in there, it becomes a minor chord. It's the music that's used for sad things, for funerals. Every time someone dies, it's all in a minor key. Weddings, I'm in love, I'm happy, dancing around the stage, all in major keys. So, good, obviously a major key. The Lilac Fairy, the embodiment of good, is in E major. Carabosse, the evil fairy, most of her music is in the key of E minor. So you've got the major and minor, good, evil. Why both on the key of E? Because the philosophical aspect of the ballet is exploring the concept that good and evil is inherent in all of us as human beings. So they are parts of all of our makeup. So Tchaikovsky chose the same key as the starting point, the same white note on the piano to go happy keys, sad keys. It's all part of our makeup. As Carabosse becomes angrier, her music takes on an angrier tone. As the Lilac Fairy is put in a more difficult situation where something bad has happened, then her music itself will appear in a slightly different key or with different instrumentation to represent the dramatic development of the story and to represent, the fact that even happy and good people are not happy all the time. They're conflicted and we all go through tough times. So the music itself never appears for these characters in exactly the same way. In music, there's a thing called a cycle of fifths, and keys that are most closely related to each other are a fifth away from each other on the piano. You go up 5 steps all the time and you get the major key that's most closely related to the next one. He uses this cycle of fifths, so the key structure is really something that you can't take apart in the way ballet scores had been to that point. You have this sense, even subconscious sense, that if you do what was done with other ballet scores, even with Swan Lake, and chop it up, that it makes no sense. Take one piece of music and place it next to another, you feel like you're in a completely different planet, and it makes no sense. So he really wrote a score that is very tightly knit and where everything is interrelated.